but only then you're at least reproducing something good. The Cardinals don't seem to even be doing that. So what are your thoughts?
Right. Yeah, well, it'll be fun to see Kyler Murray. I don't know how often the Cardinals are going to be on television. I don't get the red zone package, and I'm usually busy on Sundays anyway with the Eagles. But so I don't really see a whole lot of other teams play. But I would like to see Kyler Murray play. I don't think they have any primetime games other than that one Thursday night that all teams have to play on. But I might be wrong about that. But I think Kyler Murray, I'd like to see him play. I'd like to see how he acclimates into the league and their new coach, Kingsbury. We'll see how his scheme plays. I know Chip Kelly, everybody was excited to see his scheme, and it worked for a little while, and then it fell flat on its face. So we'll see if Kingsbury can have more success. And then, the Rams, to me, I don't think history looks kindly on a team that loses the Super Bowl one year and gets back the next year. I don't think there's a lot of teams that have done that, where they lose one year and they come out. Now, other than the Patriots, they're kind of the exception to every rule. So the Rams, they're good, but can they get back to the Super Bowl? We'll have to wait and see. And then the 49ers, they were so injury bit last year with losing Garoppolo and losing their running back. And, they drafted just about the last 5 years of defensive linemen in the first round. So that you would think that would be a pretty good strong point for them as a D-line. Being able to stop the run and pressure the quarterback, we'll see. But getting Garoppolo back should help. I know he really wasn't setting the world on fire before his injury. So we'll see if he's not a flash-in-the-pan type of quarterback or if he's someone, who is worthy of that big contract the Niners gave him. We started this show by saying Carson Wentz is an unproven quarterback who got a big deal. What about Garoppolo? What did he ever do to earn such a big deal? Nothing. So we're about to see if he's really the real deal or if he's just another guy. And then who am I forgetting here? Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks,
49ers.
Seahawks.
The Seattle 49ers.
So the Seahawks again. They're a team. Russell Wilson's the guy. Still makes magic happen. There've been a lot of changes in that organization, but last year they did well. They got into the playoffs. Kind of surprised some people by doing that. So Pete Carroll is a heck of a good coach. Probably should have won back-to-back Super Bowls, except for that stupid play he called down at the goal line and led to an interception rather than handing it to Marshawn Lynch. He's still a good coach, and that's still a good organization. It still has Russell Wilson. So I think the Seahawks and the Rams will probably challenge for that. I know the 49ers are getting a lot of love, but I'm not sold on Garoppolo at all. He's going to have to prove it to me before I turn around and anoint the 49ers a contender.
Anoint the 49ers a contender. Garoppolo cracks me up, but that's neither here nor there. That's another story for another show. Last but not least, I think probably right now the division that has the biggest storylines going on right now, that's the AFC West. You got the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Raiders, and I can give you multiple storylines from each of those teams right now, and just off the top of my head, but the biggest one is Tyreek Hill. Apparently no child abuse charges to be found here. Don't know. I mean, we heard the recording. It was pretty graphic if you heard it, as far as the conversation with his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or whatever she is, baby mama we'll call her. Pretty graphic stuff, but apparently no charges. So Kansas City Chiefs, Tyreek Hill, business as usual. Big story there coming out this week. But just so many storylines with the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Broncos, the Raiders. Talk about divas. Can't get any more diva than the Oakland Raiders, Vegas Raiders, Gruden, whoever, whatever. So let's sum it all up here with the AFC West, sir.
Well, maybe the best division in football. That Tyreek situation, that Tyreek Hill, to me, I don't know what constitutes proof. I don't know what kind of proof you need to prove child abuse, but I'd rather not touch that. It's a shame that the Chiefs see fit to kind of believe his side. But again, I'm not really that close to it. But I know he's a key part of that team, and Andy Reid has taken chances on these, given second chances to many players in his career, including Mike Vick when he was in Philadelphia, coming out of Leavenworth Prison. To sign him as a quarterback. So, he's a guy that believes in second chances, and, if he gives one to Tyreek Hill, you hope he takes advantage of it. But that aside, the Chargers to me are, we'll see what Phillip Rivers can do. To me, he's always been – I know he's been a very good quarterback, but he's never been able to get to that big game and win that big game. I think he went to the Super Bowl once, but he's got to win that Super Bowl. Otherwise, he's got those Dan Marino-type numbers, and, he's probably a Hall of Famer, but it would be nice to have a championship on his record. He's not getting any younger. He's got about 13 kids now, I think. I don't know the exact –
That last count.
Yeah, I think his wife just went in last night and had another, so I'm not sure. But no, I'm kidding. I don't know how many. He's got a lot of kids, but he can start his own football team. But you kind of hope, and I don't know Phillip Rivers. I've never really even talked to Phillip Rivers, even though the Eagles have played them, a couple times in his career. I don't know what kind of guy he is off the field, so I don't know whether to root for him or not. They could be the team that wins the Super Bowl this year. I think they've got the pieces in place to kind of rise up and do good things. I know it doesn't make you happy. It's in the AFC. The Colts are one of those teams trying to unseat the Patriots too, but I think the Chargers are going to be a force. We'll see what the Broncos have. Quarterback-wise, Joe Flacco, players in OTAs were raving about Flacco and his arm, and he still has it at 30, whatever he is, 34, 5 years old now. Can he have that rebirth in Denver? If he can, that defense has kind of been up and down, inconsistent, but they still have Von Miller, great piece to build with. So they could make some noise in this thing. And the Raiders, John Gruden, second year, still not sold. They got some pieces. They filled some holes. They had a decent draft, I think. And we'll see what Gruden can do with that whole thing. I think the Chargers are probably the best team in that division, although you can't discount the Chiefs at all. They're still one of the teams that you got to contend with. But I like the Chargers in that division, if I had to say right now. Sitting here in June, before training camp, mini camp, the whole thing, I would pick the Chargers. And I think the Chargers have a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, we'll see what happens. I think we got a friendly rivalry that started brewing last year with the Kansas City Chiefs. So in the snow and everything. I mean, that was a great game, and we have a rivalry with them that is a fun rivalry. We have a rivalry with the Patriots, which is a hatred. Right? So there's a big difference, if you will. Ed Kracz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles. Ed, I'm going to let you go ahead and just tell us where people can find your work in masterpieces so I don't screw it up.
Well, it's the footballmaven.io/Eagles. That's on the World Wide Web, www.footballmaven.io/Eagles. And my stuff, or just hit me up on Twitter at Kratze, Kratze.
We always appreciate having Ed Kracz on with us, buddy. Congratulations. I know we went way overboard. I apologize. Thank you for sticking around and not hanging up on me. have yourself a good.
I love this time.
Do you have a pick real quick? Do you have a pick for the NBA Finals?
How can you root against pick against the Raptors at this point? They did win last night's game, right? So they're up 3-1. Warriors are banged up. Not having Durant hurts. Kawhi Leonard to me is really, he's Superman this postseason. I mean, how can you say he's not going to be anything but? They've got 3 games to win one more, and I think they'll do it. I think they'll come home back to Toronto whenever the next game is and win it.
That's our teaser for our next segment. Coming up next, Mo from the BS Sports Show. Hey, and we're going to be talking about the NBA Finals and the NHL Finals. By the way, go Blues. Ed, have yourself a good weekend, sir.
Yeah, you too, Tom. Thanks.
All right, buddy. Ed Kracz, love having him on. Fun. A beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles. Been a part of this show for so many years and really appreciate his input and his professionalism to our show. We'll be right back right here on the Balance Radio Network. Myself and Mo from the BS Sports Show. We're going to be talking some NBA Finals and the NHL, Stanley Cup, maybe some MLB. We'll be right back.
National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active-duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Simba Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your move.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything. Tonight, I just want to take you away. Slow down into beats of time. Let's set this party alright. Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do?
All right, welcome back to the Balance. My name's Tom Marquis, El Presidente. We're down to the final countdown, if you will. And thank you to Tyson Lautenschlager from OnPayRoad.com calling us from Toronto to talk some Indy Car, but also talk some NBA Finals with us as well. And we've been talking OTAs with Ed Kracz of the beat writer of the Philadelphia Eagles and our official Indy Car contributor. Mo from the BS Sports Show joins us now. Mo, we're going to talk some OTAs. We're going to talk some NBA. We'll do some rapid fire with you. And, of course, we're going to talk some Stanley Cup Finals. Go Blues. But real quickly, let's get your thoughts on Tyreek Hill not getting charged for child abuse after all of that we heard.
I mean, you know, it's hard to say without honestly knowing the entire case. Obviously, there have been issues in his past. So, you know, it's not a hard stretch to believe that this could have happened. And now it's not with just a female, it's involving a child. If they are true, it's absolutely sickening, and the guy should never play another down of NFL football. However, we all know that when you're in the NFL and you have talent, that